So we just wrapped up the intermediate glenohumeral internal rotation class. Man, that's a mouthful.
Need new name for class.
Yeah, just, I mean, in my mind, kind of a bummer because this is something that's so like foundational and useful for anyone with shoulders. And this particular class, I was just taking it, so I just have some really clear felt experience of, when we actually stretch and pails and rails, the tissue that I felt on stretch was really in the back of the shoulder. And that then had the effect on the retest of my cars that felt like I had much better ability to contract that tissue. And it just makes me think of one of the like not so obvious benefits that comes from focused stretching and especially focused pails work, is that you're now making that tissue better at its job whatever it's doing, whether it's long or shortening, like when you're reaching behind you.
Yeah, that's a big one. And we talk about this a lot in one-on-one coaching settings of like muscles that are tight are also typically weak. Like if a muscle isn't fully expanding and fully contracting, isn't able to achieve those ranges, it's kind of in this like no man's land of pseudo contraction.
Totally.
And so if your goal is strength, or if your goal is having fancy muscles to show off, taking the time to do mobility work supports both of those goals.
Yeah, and the other thing that really stood out to me this time for whatever reason was Hannah cues it really clearly to go really slowly as you're ramping up the pails. So you start with that stretch, you're at 0% effort, and then you slowly start to try to unwind. And I realized, when I first started doing this work, I was like, I don't need the lower intensities. I want the good stuff at like 50+% intensity.
Interesting.
And of course, what I know now from doing this a lot is that actually I am able to pull in so much more tissue if I take the time to go, okay, 1%, 2%, 3%. And then when I get to 70%, it feels like way, way more intense and more sore the next day, actually. Like I got more tissue to play along, so.
Yeah, that's so real, right? Like, because if the more intense the ask, the more likely your system is going to give you the stuff that it trusts. So if you're trying to pull in new stuff, more fibers of muscle tissue that maybe have been a little bit like, you got to invite them in at that gentle range, gentle intensity.
I love that because it's like actually a nice way to treat humans as well as your tissue.
Yeah, turns out.
Yeah,
bullies don't win.
Yeah, and
that's the theme of today.
Yeah, she keeps saying this as we're filming, like, bullying your nervous system just doesn't work. That's on top of the fact that it's like not so nice. It's like
it's also
not nice, and it literally doesn't help. Like it doesn't make you stronger faster or clear through injuries faster, any of that. So
yeah, that's
useful
real.
reminder.
Yeah. All right, y'all. See you soon.